today's the 2nd of March and we're going to be in Pushkar, but I thought I'd actually do a video blog just showing you me on a bullet riding around Udaipur, around Fatehsagar Lake, just to give you a bit of view what the city's actually like. You might hear some static in the background. I'm actually in Sri Lanka at the moment in Tangala, and that's actually the waves rolling into the beach, so it's not a bad place to be doing the blog from as well. So you see me on the bike. I'm just crossing one of the roundabouts towards the lake. It's a bit of a manic roundabout. I never quite understood how the road rules worked. It seems to be the bigger you are, the more right of way you have. But anyway, so yeah, we're in we're in Pushkar today. Up quite early. The only reason we really came to Pushkar was to go to the Brahma temple. It's the only Brahma temple in the world, so it's quite religious. We've come in to see it, and we're going to disappear back to Udaipur at lunchtime. In the morning, we actually went up to the rooftop, had a bit of breakfast, and met a couple from Melbourne who'd recently done the Annapurna circuit trek. And we're going to be doing the Annapurna sanctuary in Nepal. It was good chatting with them actually, because from the research I'd done, I was a bit concerned that we were doing the sanctuary because it's not quite as long or big as the circuit. But the guy who'd done the circuit actually regretted not doing the sanctuary because it's meant to be incredible. So it was really good to meet and chat with those guys. Also, just had a lot to talk about anyway because we're both travelling in similar areas. After breakfast, we made our way to the Brahma temple. Immediately outside the hotel, we were pestered by locals offering us anything and everything, and beggars just wanting money really. It was a massive change to Udaipur. You'll see in the picture, it's kind of really pretty place. It's really laid back. We're staying with local Indian families, so we don't get hassled from the tourist people, so it's actually really nice. And Pushkar was a bit of a change from that. We bought flowers outside the hotel, half we meant to put in the temple and half in the local holy lake. And as soon as we got to the temple, we were met by this kid, must have been 10 or 12 years old, giving us the lowdown, everything that I needed to do. Quite often you don't really want anyone with you, but sometimes it's just easier to go with the flow. We kept repeating we didn't want money, but being India, we knew there was going to be some money talk at some point along the line. He took us around the temple, and we weren't really that impressed. It wasn't architecturally particularly spectacular or impressive, and we'd seen other ones that were more impressive from an architecture perspective, and not being that religious, it wasn't that really impressive to us. We then tried, he tried the best to let us take him to the lake with us, presumably to increase whatever money he thought he might give us, or the scam, whatever was going on. We made it quite clear that wasn't going to happen. And then he changed the tune quite quickly and asked for a donation, so all along not wanting money, but there's always going to be money somewhere along the lines when you're chatting to touristy people in India. We then walked to the Gata, which is basically an entrance to the lake, where we intended to throw the rest of our flowers in. Just looking at the video now, you can see almost me getting to Fatehsagar Lake. In a minute you'll see just on the left hand side it'll start to open up. It's a really pretty lake, sun setting. Unfortunately it doesn't really do it justice, but you can see me on a bike, it's great fun. There you go, just move the camera around to the left, you can see what a stunning lake it is. This is the last day I think in Udaipur, and it was just a really nice day to ride around, beautiful sun, beautiful sky. It's a good ride around, you'll see. I actually almost got stopped by the police the day before and just continued riding quite luckily, and they didn't chase us, so it was an interesting ride. Anyway, so we're going to the Gata, the entrance to the lake, to throw the rest of the flowers in, and we were met by this guy, sort of mid-20s, again insisted he didn't want money, just wanted to again give us a lowdown, make sure we enjoyed it, but did say at the end, if you enjoy it, there's a donation box if you want to put something in. If you don't worry about it. And at first he was quite gentle and quite, relatively okay to have him around, and then he got a little bit more pushy and a little bit more pushy. And as I was talking to him, I noticed Bex had moved, 5 or so metres away from me, and was being worked on by 2 other guys. So I called her back over, and they said, no, you're not allowed to be separated. You're not allowed to sit together. You have to be separated. So I said, absolutely no way. We're sitting together. Bex come back, so she came over. And the second guy came sat next to me and he was chatting with me, and I made it clear I didn't really want him there. After a couple of times telling him, he was like, okay, fair enough, as you like, he disappeared. The first guy though was still working on Bex and then came and talked to me as well and just wouldn't shut up, driving us absolutely crazy. So we told him to basically go away. He said, look, we really want to be here on our own, we really want to enjoy the environment, it's really quiet, it's really peaceful, we just want to enjoy it on our own. Wouldn't listen to us. disappeared eventually after telling him to go away, but only to come back. It happened 2 or 3 times. The last time he kind of just stuck his finger or his thumb in a dye that I had and tried to put it on my forehead. I told him, I don't want you near us. We actually just want to be on our own. Can you please leave us alone? At this point, he kind of got to his feet and shouted, "This is a holy place. You're not holy. You should go." And then rudely picked up the flowers which we had paid for and threw them all in the lake and repeated the instruction, "Now we're not holy and we should leave." By this point, I actually wanted to punch him. He was really, really annoying us, really rude. But realising there's probably not many places where it's less appropriate to punch someone, I kind of settled for just waving him off and telling him to go away, and that we were staying where we were because we had every right to be there. So he disappeared. We stayed for a few more minutes, and so it was really peaceful, really beautiful place, just kind of looking around, seeing what the locals are up to, that kind of stuff. It was really good. We then went to leave the temple or the lake, and as we did that, he come running over, big smile on his face, and said, "Oh, if you want to make a donation," and started kind of pointing to the donation box. And basically we told him to basically go away in no uncertain terms. Did a little bit more shopping around Pushkar, incredibly cheap place for some reason to buy clothes and stuff. And then had some lunch at a place called Baba's Rooftop. Just had some nice Israeli breakfast and watched some monkeys play around on the rooftop, so that's pretty cool. We then went back to the hotel and got ourselves ready for our 6-hour drive home, which is never fun, particularly in this heat. The drive is relatively uneventful, other than the usual crazy blind corner overtaking, non-stop beeping. A few times I could hear my driver beeping, and I'd have a look to see what it was, and we're in the middle of nowhere. No people, no animals, it just seems to be what they do. You see on the video me racing around now to still around Fatasaga Lake, so it's a really, really good ride. Wide road, you quite often come across cows, loads of locals kind of bibbing you and sort of waving, water buffaloes, dogs, anything really. It's everything's here. It's also around to a place called Hunger's Hunt where we had the most amazing coffee in those clay cups. So really, really nice area. But back to Pushkar. So yeah, 6-hour drive home. We got back to Udaipur, and as usual, treated to an amazing sunset. Massive red sun. Going over the mountains. It was actually really nice to be back in Pushkar. Pushkar to Udaipur. We'd really missed it, and Pushkar wasn't particularly nice at all, really. Just again another sort of tourist trap. We didn't really enjoy it. We got back at 6:45. Good timing. It was Anna and Theo's last night. It's the Mexican girls, so we're going out for dinner. And Mama and Papa are actually coming out tonight. It's the first time they'd done anything with us outside the house, so it was really good to see that. Papa had chosen a restaurant, a place called Chawla's. We arrived there and it looked really nice, really modern, clean, peaceful, beautiful gardens, and thought that's going to be quite expensive, but no big deal. I said last night. As we sat down, it was actually quite a nice surprise. The food was the same price as most places we'd eaten, really. Like veggie dishes would be like 150 rupees, like $2.60, something like that. Bread to like 50 cents, that kind of stuff, so it's good. When the food arrived, we realised we'd ordered far, far too much, well, at least as Westerners did. My dish was by far, or easily, enough for 2 people. I got dumaloo, which is basically stuffed potatoes and sauce, but you never quite know what it's going to be like. It's different everywhere you go. It was really nice, but really spicy. At the end, Papa surprised us all by buying everyone's dinner. It's really, really kind of him. They're a really nice family. Obviously, we'd paid to go there and do the programme. They'd done breakfast every morning as part of it, but to take us out and take us to a nice restaurant, it was just a really nice surprise, a really nice way to finish our time there as well. We then basically just went home and said our goodbyes to the girls. Really going to miss them. They were really good company, really good fun whilst we were there. And that was it, really. So, end of a good day, a long day. As you can see in the video, how much fun it is riding around on this bullet. Absolutely loved it. Beautiful area, beautiful environment. And maybe I've got a lot of shots today, so maybe I'll use another one for a video blog. But that's it until the next day.